Hello, beautiful soul family and friends, and welcome to my channel. Today's sewing tutorial video will be consisted of Simplicity Pattern 8520, which is the adult and kids onesie. The version that I'm doing today will be version B, which is this one. Which is this one, if you can see it. All right, the type of fabric you would need for this would be either a spandex blend, jersey. As long as it's stretch knit fabric, you'll be able to do it. And I also recommend anti-peel fleece fabric because that's what I recently just did my second onesie with. So feel free to try whichever one. Just as long as it has stretch, you should be good to go. And I am currently doing the small, which is the kids version. I'm doing the kids version of this onesie. So it's gonna be a small and I'm doing version B. So I'm gonna need 1 7/8 of fabric, which I already have. So the pattern pieces that you would need for onesie 8520 will be pattern piece number 4, which is the back. Pattern piece 1, which is the front. Pattern piece 5, which is the collar band. Pattern piece 3, which is the sleeves. Pattern piece 7, which is the sleeve band. And pattern piece 8, which is the leg band. All right, so let's go ahead and jump and get started. You will need to cut 2 pieces of all the pattern pieces that I just listed, which is 1, 4, 3, 7, 8. And the only piece that you won't need to cut twice, need 2 pieces of, will be pattern piece 5. So let's go ahead and jump right into that. I am back. Okay, and the pieces that you would need for Simplicity Pattern 8525, which is the onesie pattern, will be pieces 1, which is the front, 4, which is the back of the onesie, 5, which is the neck band, 3, which is the sleeves, 7, which is the sleeve band, and then 8, which is the leg band. So, okay, let's go ahead and jump to these instructions real quick because I already pre-cut my pieces out. Put my sewing machine right here. All right, what we're going to start with is, you're not going to start with step. This is how it should look. This is how it will look if you have a pattern. If you don't, you can follow along with me. Okay, we're going to skip, since I don't have pockets, we're going to skip step 1 and skip step 2, which that's for view A. Okay, so I'm going to do step 3, which is stitch front 1 to back at, stitch front. I'm getting tongue tied, y'all. Stitch the front part, which is pattern piece 1, to the back, which is pattern piece 4, at the inner leg seams. You cut 2 of pattern piece 1 and 4. Actually, you really cut 2 of each pattern piece except for 5, which is the neck band. You're only going to need 1 of that. All right, let me grab this. We're going to move our sleeves out the way. And we're going to move pattern piece 5 out the way. And 8. And we're going to move 7 because we don't need that as of yet. All right. This is what we're going to do. Since I got the pattern that I'm using, well, the fabric that I'm actually using, you can tell which side is which. This is the back, and this is the front, y'all. Okay, so we're gonna move my snips. I just grabbed pattern piece 4, okay? And now I'm gonna grab pattern piece 5. 1, not 5. So what I'm gonna do is match these pattern pieces up. And you will need a 20-inch zipper for this if you're doing the kids version. If you're doing the adult version, you're going to need a 22-inch zipper. But for this version, I'm doing the kids version, so you're going to need a 20-inch zipper for this. Go ahead and match these up. I'm doing, I'm taking my wonder clips and pinning the two fabric pieces together. So that way when I'm sewing and I get to the spot, I can take it off. This actually keeps the fabric together. No, it holds it in place while you sew. I bought them from Joann's for $8.99. Actually, it was $7.99, not $8.99. I used my coupon because this is 50 that come in the pack. And they have been very good. I found them more useful than using the pens, sticking yourself with pens and whatnot. That's what I love about them. Okay, now we have that settled and out the way. Okay, I'm gonna take them over here take it over here to the sewing machine so you can actually see me sew. And we're gonna sew the inner leg seam where I have clipped. We're gonna sew the inner leg seam. Okay, first you're gonna back stitch, then you're gonna stitch forward. Other side. And I'm using a straight stitch. I'm not using a zigzag stitch because I'm probably going to serge my seams. Alright, and after you get closer to the end, I'm going to back stitch. And I'm just going to snip that excess thread. And this is how it should look. This is how it should look on the wrong side. And this is how it should look on the right side. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna move this out of the way and work on the other two pattern pieces from 1 and 4. You're gonna basically repeat the step. Okay, this is 4. We're gonna do the second side like this. So we got it clipped together. And we're gonna take it over here to the sewing machine. Move this out the way, I'm sorry, y'all. Take it over here and stitch it. Stitch at the inner leg seam for this piece, the other two pieces from pattern piece 1 and 4. Okay. So I can be able to take them off. Put the first one down, back stitch, and then stitch forward. Remove the clips as you get towards your sewing point. That is the part is clipped. get close to the bottom. Remove this last clip. And then you're gonna back stitch. And you're gonna trim the excess thread. And if you prefer to use a serger versus a sewing machine, go ahead because you can. But okay, this is the wrong side. This is how it looks on the wrong side. And this is how clean it looks on the right side. So what you're gonna do next, which is step 5, you're gonna take the right sides together, meaning you're gonna pin. You're gonna pin the right, actually it's step 4. I don't know why I said 5. You're gonna pin the right sides together at the center seam. So I'm gonna get pattern pieces 1 and 4, the ones that I already sewed together, which is the both sets. And what you're gonna do, you're gonna stitch them together, matching the inner leg seam. Like this, the right sides together. Okay, then we're gonna pin from one side to the other. Go ahead and pin these down. So y'all can be able to see what I'm doing. Matching them up, pinning them with the clips. And you can do this in any type of knit fabric. For kids, I got the cotton knit fabric. It's knit fabric, but it's more of like a cotton base, so it won't burn up. Because, you know, fleece, I only prefer to use fleece fabric in like the winter time. You know, if you want to do a cozy one, you do flannel or, you know, like fleece fabric. One that's anti-peel that doesn't shed. That's what I decided to do. Whatever you do, don't get discouraged, because it's a lot of, it sounds like a lot of steps, but it's really not that hard to do once you get the hang of it. I say give it a test run on some fabric that you're comfortable with, which is like the spandex mix or the jersey fabric. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sew from this side to past the center seam right here. And I'm going to stop at this clip right here on the side. You don't sew both sides all closed up together, because then you're going to confuse yourself on what side is which. But since I got fabric that shows me what's the wrong side and which side's the right side, I know which side to do. So what we're going to do, move that clip out the way. Take it to the sewing machine. Stitch it. Put my press foot down. We're going to back stitch, and we're going to stitch forward. Give you a closer demonstration of what's going on here. What I'm doing, I'm stitching from one side to the other. What I do, I just let the fabric guide through. I don't, push it through. I just hold it. I really don't have to hold it. I'm not even holding it. I just place my hand there. notch, that single notch. You're gonna back stitch. You're gonna press it through. You're gonna cut this excess thread on both sides. And this is what it should look like. Give me 1 second. It should look like this on the right side, and it should look like a big old heap on the wrong side. It should look like this. See how clean it is? Okay, well, what you're gonna do next, which is step 5, with right sides together. Yep, there we go. The right sides together, which is pattern piece 1 and 4. You're gonna take pattern piece 3 with your sleeve, which is your sleeve, I meant. You're gonna do right side to right side. Okay, maybe I got the wrong one. Okay, what we're going to do. I'm gonna pin the sleeve. To the right side of the onesie, which is pattern piece number, should be 1, not 4. And then you're gonna pin the other part of your sleeve to pattern piece number 4. What you're doing, you're matching the right sides up. That's basically what you're doing. So please take heed. Don't get discouraged. Cause I know everybody gets discouraged when doing sleeves. Cause at first I used to do that too. Like, I ain't really feeling the whole sleeve thing. I'd be looking crazy. Like, oh, I don't want to do this. You know, snap my thing. So we're gonna bring it over here to the sewing machine. And what we're gonna do, back stitch. Take your time, you don't have to rush. Okay, we'll come to the end. Kind of back stitch. All right, and what we're gonna do to the other sleeve should look like, it should look like this on the wrong side. And then it should look like this on the right hand side. Should match up. So what we're gonna do, go ahead and take this to the sewing machine. We're gonna stitch this side. Stitch the other sleeve part down. You're gonna back stitch, and then you're gonna stitch. Gonna stitch forward. Removing clips. Okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna trim this excess thread, clip. And this is what it should look like. on the wrong side, and this is what it should look like on the right side. And now you have a sleeve for that side. So what you're gonna do, you're not gonna close that side up right now. You're gonna leave that side alone. You don't do your side seam yet. Leave that side alone. Okay, we're gonna go over here to the next side. Okay. Yep. And pick up pattern piece 3. I'm gonna match up the side, right sides together. And it should look like this once you match the right sides together. We're gonna take it over here to the sewing machine. We're gonna stitch it down. Back stitch, stitch forward. Remove clips as you get to the spot where it's clipped at. Always remember when you get to the end, back stitch. Okay, we did that. Trim excess thread. Should look like this on this side, which is the wrong side. Then it should like this on the right side. Right, and it's just how it should be pinned on the other side. Take it to the sewing machine and go ahead and start sewing it down. Alright, now back stitch at the end. And clip these excess threads right here. And this is how it should look, which you should know how it should look, but I'm still going to show you, just in case you forgot how it looked. It should look like this on the wrong side, and it should look like this on the right hand side. Alright, now that we got our sleeves out the way, the next step is which is step 6, fold the neckband in half, lengthwise with wrong sides together. And what you're going to do, you're going to baste the raw edges. You're going to do step 6, which is fold the neckband in half lengthwise and have the wrong sides together. This is pattern piece 5, which is the neckband. You're going to fold the wrong sides together and base stitch. Put your press foot down there. Back stitch. Or you can just base stitch because it's still going to be just make sure you have some contrasting thread, which means that it doesn't show on the right side. But it's going, in this case, it's going to show on the right side, but you're not going to see it because it's going to be around the collar. Well, I meant the neckband. It's still considered the collar band to me. and then you get to the end, you're gonna I'm going to back stitch. Trim the excess thread. Okay, and we're gonna flip the instructions over. Well, not each flip, we're gonna pick up the next piece of paper. There we are. All right, and what you're gonna do for step 7, you're gonna work on the outside of the onesie now. You're gonna pin the band, the neck band, to match the center seams and the small dots. Well, not the center seams, but actually match the center and the small dots. And you're gonna stretch the band to fit around the neck. Okay, y'all. I just lost my neck band. Oh. Okay. What you're gonna do? You're gonna pin it. You're gonna pin it to around the neck area of the onesie. And if it looks like it's too short, don't feel frustrated because you have to stretch it. That's why it says use knit fabric. Some fabric that will stretch. Because if you use a cotton blend and it's non-stretch, you're not gonna be able to stretch it to fit the neck band. That's all I'm gonna say. Trust me, do not get non-stretch. Because the onesie with non-stretch fabric is not going to work. That's why it tells you to stretch it to fit. Because if you don't, you're gonna end up with these gaps right here. But see, in my case, you're gonna end up with that gap anyway. So what you're gonna do, like I said, stretch while you're gonna stretch while you stretch it. Stretch it to fit. This is how it should look on the outside. I'm finna take to the sewing machine over here and stitch. Take this to the sewing machine and stitch it down. You're gonna back stitch and then stitch forward. Remove the clips. And do this. Remember to stretch the neck band. If you don't, you will mess yourself up. So please don't forget that. just stretch it. You ain't gotta worry about feeling like it's too big or it's too little. Just stretch it. It stretches to fit. Gonna remove my Wonder Cups because I'm stretching it to fit. Like I said, do not, whatever you do, do not feel like it's off course, because it's not. It's just going to feel like that because it's stretching that fabric, but it's also making you feel like you did something wrong when you really didn't. When you really didn't do nothing wrong, it's just the concept of how they want you to stretch it. So what I do is help myself out. I don't get discouraged. Okay, now back stitch. I'm gonna cut this excess thread. And it should look like this. See how that matches up? Bingo. All right, let's go ahead and move to, we're gonna skip over step 8 and step 9 because it's for the hood. I'm not doing the hood version. We're gonna skip over step 10 and 11, that's for the hood, that's version 8. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go, if you have a zipper, which I don't have my zipper right now, because I have to go purchase another zipper because I just used it for the previous project. I'm gonna go ahead and go to step 13, which is step 13 says stitch front to back at entire underarm seam, which means right here. Gonna match the underarm seam up. And you're gonna sew from the bottom of this sleeve all the way to the bottom of the onesie leg. Excuse me. Ooh. Goodness gracious. Okay. See how easily lost you can get. Yeah. Match the legs up. But just to give you a little insights on step 12. What you're gonna do for step 12, if you do have a zipper, which I would prefer you to purchase a zipper along with the fabric, so that way you'll be able to do it along with it. I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you how to do it. What you're gonna do, you're gonna take your zipper. It's gonna be a 20-inch zipper. It comes in a pack like this. It can be an all-purpose zipper. It don't have to be invisible, but if you want to do an invisible zipper, you can. What you're going to do, you're going to press under 5/8 inches, 1.5 centimeters, on front open edges, which is the front of the onesie, which is pattern pieces 4, and well, actually pattern piece 1. You're going to pin the closed zipper under the opening edges with tab and close to upper edges, and you're going to have them meet up at the center of the zipper. Turn the upper edge of the zipper tape over on the seam allowance. Then you're going to base stitch 1/4 on each side of the center and across the end, and then you're gonna use for that. You're gonna use the zipper foot. You can use the invisible zipper foot, or you can use just an all-purpose foot if you want to. But I prefer you to use a zipper foot, which comes like this. have my zipper foot. Okay, there it is. This type of zipper foot. If you have one. If you don't have one, purchase one, please. Because you're gonna need it. Especially if you're talking about inserting a zipper. I'm going to insert a zipper, but that'll be part 2 to this video. Probably do a part 2 if that's what y'all want. So I won't be missing no steps out because I don't like. Should have bought a zipper earlier. But due to the weather, I really didn't get to do nothing. Alright, now that I have my side seams and my sleeve pinned down, now it's time to take it to the sewing machine and stitch from the end of the sleeve all the way to the bottom of the onesie leg. Okay. What we're gonna do, pull this thread. And you're gonna use a straight stitch this whole time for this project. What I recommend, if you're using the serger, you should know, it's gonna be an overcast stitch when you use the serger. But what I would recommend, once you're done, I would serge my seams. If not serging, use a zigzag stitch, or if your sewing machine has a overcast stitch, I would use one of those in order to, to clean, give you that professional clean look. Okay, we're gonna back stitch, and I'm gonna stitch forward. And this one is long because it's a size small. So it's gonna seem like it's long while you're sewing it, but it's really not that long. Just lay it out so that way it won't be so folded up. And if you want me to do a video on serging the seams, just let me know. I'll show you how to serge if you don't know how to use your serger. You're gonna do the same thing for the other side of the onesie when we get to that side. Let me show you. As we get down to the bottom of the onesie leg, on one side of the onesie, remember to back stitch. Okay, and we're gonna back stitch. Okay, and this is how it should look. Cut the excess thread. This is how it should look. Let me lift it up so you can get a better full demonstration. Should look like this. So the side should be closed off, so it should look like this on the right side. On this side, it should look like this. See? This side is closed off. So what we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. So with the right sides together. Once again, we're going to do what the underarm seam is. Do right here. You're going to pin them. You're going to pin all the way from the bottom of the sleeve all the way down to the other leg of the onesie. To the leg onesie. Onesie leg, I meant, excuse me. Okay. And I'm using my Wonder Clips to hold everything in place. close it all the way down to the leg. See? And while I'm closing it all off so that way I won't have no gaps while I'm sewing. Because I know sometimes we may forget that one pin or that one clip to close it while we're sewing so it can stay together to where you have uneven sides. So what I do, I just pin all the way down. If pins is much more faster for you, use pins. But for me, these clips have been they're actually good. And I love the pins. The Wonder Clips. That's what they're called. Okay. All right, now we're gonna take this to the sewing machine and sew this down. Back stitch, you're gonna stitch forward. Removing the clips as you get closer to the clip. What you want this to do, you don't want this to be all over, you don't want your onesie to be all over the place while you're sewing, so you don't want to have it all congested up under you. What you want to do is just remove the clips as you get close to where you need to get closer to. And now we're going to come to the underarm seam. You can press the seams open if you want to, or you can have them going to one side like I have them going to one side. But if you're a beginner, I would suggest getting this pattern because it works wonders. Because this was actually my third time doing a onesie in the past 2 days. So I would recommend this pattern for anybody that wants to learn how to use a onesie. I really just got tired of buying onesies for my daughter and myself. So I decided to, really just look for a pattern for onesies and just give it a try. And it came out good. And we're back stitch near the end. And we're going to cut the excess thread. All right. And this is what it should look like on the wrong side. Your sleeve is closed off. And your side seam is closed off. So once we do this, we're going to turn the right side. It should look like, now your onesie should look like this. Should be closed off and everything. So now what we're gonna do, we wanna do step 15, which is actually I skipped over. Now we're gonna do step 14 with right sides together, stitch the sleeve band together. Step 14, which is taking pattern piece 7, the sleeve band. We're going to fold the sleeve band in half with wrong sides together. I'm going to pin them down. And you're gonna sew down And then after that, you're gonna press. Take it to the sewing machine. Back stitch. Stitch forward. Now I'm gonna back stitch. Okay. And cut the excess thread. And this is how the sleeve should look. So it looks on the right side, and this is how it will look on the wrong side. Once you press the seams open, you can either press them open or you press them to one side, but I prefer you to press them open. What you're gonna do, you're gonna fold it in half. In my case, I don't fold it in half, but I'm gonna do it today. This is how it look if you fold it in half and then you stitch it around. This is how it'll be. The next step to do on step 14, or 15 actually. So on the outside, you're gonna pin the lower edge of the band, with the raw edge is showing. Match them up. So that way the folded part be down here. So that way when you flip it, just gonna fold it in half. And on this one, when you're doing the sleeve band, you're gonna stretch the fabric to make it fit. What I do, I like to pin it while I stretch it. Or stretch it and then pin it down. All right, I'm gonna take it to the sewing machine. This part, my detachable part comes off, but I'm not gonna detach it because it's no point. It's big enough for me to get around. Back stitch, and then you're gonna stitch forward. But make sure you stretch the sleeve while you're doing this. I mean the sleeve band while you're doing this, not the sleeve, I mean. I know it sounds like a lot of steps, y'all, but it's really not a lot. Trust me, it's really not. Stretch it. You don't have to go so fast, but I'm not even going that fast. But stretch it until you get back to your starting position while you're stitching. And then you back stitch. Close it off. And this is how it should look after you cut the excess thread and you flip it the way that it's supposed to be flipped. This is how it looks right now. As soon as you flip it, that is how it should look, and they should match up. You're gonna do the same to the other side of the onesie. You're gonna do the same thing to the other sleeve band piece, and you're gonna do the same thing for the leg band pieces too. Pin these closed. What you do, you fold them in half. Take it over to the sewing machine. Press the foot down. Back stitch. And stitch forward. And back stitch. at the end. Pick it up. Cut the excess threads. Should look like this. Move that. Should look like this on this side. Then we flip it up like this. Should look like this. Like a little cap. But what you're gonna do, you're gonna fold it in half. You can fold it in half reversibly, but I prefer if you have a print that shows you the wrong side and the right side, do it the right way. And match up where your seams are. You're gonna take the end of this, of your sleeve. I thought I cut this excess thread. Take the end, see what the seam is. Match it up with the seam on the sleeve cap, sleeve band. But you want to do the raw edges to match up with the seam. So stick the sleeve through there, matching up the seams. I'm gonna pin it down and around. This part can get tricky though. If you don't, you need to make sure you fold the sleeve band in half, but make sure it still matches up with the sleeve, because you don't mess around, leave a gap somewhere. And you don't forget to close it off. I'm gonna show you what it looks like on the inside once you close that section off. Alright, give me a little space open. I'll take it right there. I'll put this under the presser foot. Put this down. Put my needle down in the fabric. I'm going to back stitch. And then you're going to stitch forward. Stretching the band while you're stitching forward. While I do this, take your time. Don't need to rush. And you back stitch again. And then you're going to cut the excess thread. Gonna flip this up. And this is how it should look on the other side. On the right side. It should match up. Alright, next section we're gonna do is the leg bands, which is pattern piece 8. I'm gonna do the same thing by folding them in half, folding the band in half with the wrong sides together. So take it over here to the sewing machine. You're going to back stitch. You're going to stitch forward. You're going to get to the end. Go back stitch. I'm going to use my side piece thing to cut the excess thread off. And it should look like this. And then it should look like this on the right side. The wrong side I meant. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to find my seam. Flap it out like this. It looks like this. And we're going to take it to the bottom of the onesie, one of the onesie pants leg. Have the raw. Now that we've attached the leg band, well, we pinned the leg band onto the leg of the onesie leg. Gonna take it over to the sewing machine and we're gonna sew it down. Okay. I'm gonna remove this pin. Put the needle down to the fabric. Back stitch. And we're gonna stitch forward. And we're gonna stretch the leg band. As we get closer to the next one to clip, we're gonna remove it. We're gonna stretch. So stretch to fit. So get back to your starting position. One back stitch. And it should look like a little rocking clips on the floor. Goodness gracious. And once you flip it, it should look like this. Voila! Then you're gonna do the same thing to the other side. Take the leg band. Okay, things just all over. Take the leg band. Fold her all sides together. Excuse me. Take this to the sewing machine. Stitch it down. Back stitch. And stitch forward, moving the clip. Now you get to the end. Go back stitch. Shouldn't be that way, but I'm like okay. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna turn that down because somehow, someone. Match up the seams. But first you gotta stick the onesie through the leg band so you can match up the seams. Go ahead and pin it around. Okay. Now that we have that on there, have it all pinned down, we're gonna go ahead and sew this thing around. Let's get to work, y'all. Okay. Okay. Put the pin on them, remove the clip. Sew back stitch. Stretching the band while you do this. Please, while you're doing this, don't rush. You rushing. How my sewing machine just sounded when I was rushing just a second ago. It's a recipe for disaster. But if you're a fast sewer, then you know, by all means, do it at whatever speed you want to do it at. I'm gonna back stitch at the end. Press it good and cut the excess threads on this. And this is how it looks. And voila, we have a leg band. And this is the end product. That, my people, is how you sew a onesie. Feel free to subscribe below. Make that bell ring and like this video and leave a comment on what else you want me to make a sewing tutorial on. Until next time, you guys. Peace.